What has simultaneously gotten worse and more expensive? Cable TV edit. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. It'll help the sting of having to threaten to cancel service next month. New homes. Cookie-cutter houses, built with cheap contractors who cut corners left and right, situated in neighborhoods with ever higher WA fees. And the HOAs are getting more expensive too. Cable television. More commercials, channels upon channels of crap, ridiculous bill. My university education, specifically this year. They are raising tuition and fall semester has no in-person sessions. Photo booths. Oh, the old ones were so cool. 4 different real photos for $1. Now you pay $7 for 4 identical bad laser prints. I remember the donuts at Dunkin' Donuts to be bigger and cheaper. Health insurance. There used to be this burger joint called Joe's Cable Car near me. Great place. I miss it so much. A few months before it closed down, I was there and the owner, Joe, was having a heated conversation with one of his suppliers on the phone. After he hung up, he looked over at me and just said, "Price goes up, quality goes down." It took me a while to realize that that wasn't an asshole supplier he was dealing with, just a fact of life. People like Joe can't tolerate that. That's why the truly great things never last. Only the mediocre things are able to endure long enough to degrade into the universally hated embodiment of entropy that the physical world allows for. Everything Nestlé takes over. WATERISNOTAHUMANRIGHT Nestlé. All Cadbury's products. Ice cream containers that were originally 1/2 gallon have been shrinking. They went from 64 Aus to 56 Aus and now 48 Aus. But the price hasn't shrunk, it's been increasing steadily. And the quality often isn't as good as it used to be when containers were a true half gallon. College education in the U.S. Housing edit. Thanks for the award, kind stranger. I didn't think my comment would get this much attention, but wow. Clothes. Even a sweater from the Gap is like $70 now, even though the quality is about 10% better than Old Navy. God damn it, clothes retailers, settle down or I will go naked. Edit. To the people suggesting thrift stores, I agree. It's thrilling to find something special and cheap. You wash it, you're good to go. Plus retail clothing is so f***ing expensive nowadays that I would rather someone else take the hit of driving it off the lot. This coming from an avid Apple user. Apple computers. I'd rather take 1 centimeter extra thickness and more ports than using a hub for everything. College tuition. When I hear college used to be paid with a summer job, my eyes get watery. I'm a college student. Size of bags of chips. Scented candles. Yankee Candle in particular used to be the candle that was considered premium. But while they've never been cheap, at least a while ago it was worth the money. But now they're just exorbitant in price, they don't smell like they used to, and they are not worth the money. I'm sure this will get overlooked, but KFC. I remember growing up a whole family could eat there and it was great. Now it's just garbage, super greasy, and will cost you an arm and a leg for a dang bucket of chicken. They have gotten way worse and the price has went up. People outside the UK probably won't care, but the Christmas tins of Quality Street. Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know if it's just me, but their prices have gone up and the quality has gone down. Restaurants follow this pattern. Mid-high tier national franchise restaurants trends. Panera, Five Guys, Chipotle, Buffalo Wild Wings. It's the place to be. The food's good and priced reasonable years pass. Food still good but slightly more expensive years past. Food had degraded noticeably in quality, but because of the established brand they charge the same if not raise prices slightly. People still go but begin mumbling years pass. Food is a shell of its former self at prices higher than ever before. No one eats there anymore, but they might scrap by because if they sell one meal they paid rent. This is Panera Bread right now, and this has been their timeline edit. Five Guys is and always has been consistent quality. Certain house appliances. My grandma has had the same fridge for 40 years. My parents recently had to replace theirs. It's their third in 20 years. On the other hand, you don't want a 40-year-old fridge because they are super energy inefficient. Ice cream with fudge in it. Used to get massive slabs of fudge, now they just have tiny nuggets. I swear that Reese's peanut butter cups have gotten shittier over the years. The peanut butter seems chalkier and the chocolate tastes blander. Plus I can't ever seem to pry them out of that little cup wrapper without leaving the bottom chocolate skin stuck to it. I think the push to put them in the freezer and eat them chilled is a ploy to cover the declining quality. Life. Clothes. Very few companies make clothes to last, and fast fashion is rising while the cost of items continue to increase. As a somewhat older person born in the late 60s, fucking everything. Clothes fall apart and there are no classic styles anymore unless you want to pay out the nose. Christmas ornaments are just junk now. It's heartbreaking when I think about my teens and 20s, my first job and apartment I could rent with cash left over for concerts on the reg. It was awesome, and I am now wondering what's left. If I didn't have an aunt and mom who care so much about me, I'd probably just give up the ghost. I've had my good years, and now trying to re-enter the employment market and try to adult again is disheartening. I could never afford an apartment on my own anymore, and I don't get along well with a lot of people. I value my privacy. It's a college world out there now, and with only a HS education and even with 15 years of admin experience, people pay absolute shit, and my work ethic has taken a deep dive because if I make things more efficient, they'll get rid of me and hire a part-timer rather than give a raise or anything. Never used to be that way. Then again, there were no human resources departments back then, it was just a small personnel office. The name alone shows how companies think of their people. Just a resource. Edit. Wow. I didn't expect my little diatribe to get so much attention, thanks.